Hey there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amber, and in today's video I have 4 lemon DIYs I think you're going to love. It's going to be a mix of different, some are signs, some are shelf sitters. I got to say that really slow or I would say something else. But anyways, I'm not going to keep you any longer. If you are new here, welcome. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell, leave me a thumbs up and a comment. And if you happen to be a returning subscriber, I so appreciate you. Also, same thing. Leave me a thumbs up. Let me know which one of these projects is your favorite. And let's get started. Hey, this is our first project we're going to get started with. Actually, we're going to be using a free printable that you can find on my blog. I will link it in the description of this video. It's a super cute Home Sweet Home lemon wreath printable with buffalo check. So you're just going to cut that out to whatever size you want to use. I just so happened to cut it out to the square shape of this frame that I got at Hobby Lobby, and it did have a screen in it, but we took that out. I got these frames on clearance. I want to say I got this like for $1. It was crazy. So I'm staining this with this burnt umber apple barrel acrylic paint. Normally I would use water and paint mixed, but I wanted a richer color for this frame, so that's what I did. And then I just took a piece of saran wrap and laid it down because we're going to kind of reverse glue these planks or these popsicle sticks to the back of our printable. I wanted to have more of a planked look, and so the Mod Podge helped it kind of stick and stay and not stick to my paper. And so I'm just using an X-Acto knife to cut all these quart-size sticks. I got them at Lowe's or Home Depot, so you can just, you know, check your stores and see where you want to grab yours from. And then I sanded each one of them down and I reassembled them back into the pattern they're supposed to be in to create that sign. And then just to get it attached so that I could flip them over and keep the placement, I just added a piece of twine to one side, and that helped me keep them all intact. And then I'm gluing on popsicle sticks to the back of it, and we are going to trim those down, and then we're going to check our placement, and then we're going to stain some areas that are still kind of exposed. At least on this project I had some that was showing, so I just added some brown paint to kind of blend it in, and then add you some hot glue and glue it right to the back of your frame. We are going to add a bead hanger to this, so I'm just using some white paint in a bowl with some water. I dry them in the bowl, and then I'm using a Sharpie marker to create some polka dots on some of these beads. And then we're going to alternate the polka dot with the white, and then that is going to be our cute little hanger that's going to go on here. We are going to add a bow, which I love adding little bows to things, and so we're going to be using some ribbon from the Dollar Tree to do that. I love this lemon ribbon that I found at the Dollar Tree. I think it's super cute. And then I found this buffalo check ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and I just took 3 pieces of ribbon, glued them. I tied them together with some twine, and then I'm going to glue it to our sign. And I think it turned out super duper cute. I hope you enjoyed this one. There's so many different ways you can make this. And I finished it off with a little button, and there you go. How adorable. All right, project number 2 is what everyone calls the lemon flower pizza pan. I don't know why, but it looks like a flower. But it's supposed to be a lemon. So I'm using some Bounty paper towels. I'm pretty sure it's Bounty. And I'm just taking the plies apart. And then we're going to prep our pizza pan to attach the paper towel to. So I started by painting it white. That way the silver doesn't show through when you are decoupaging. So I cut the paper towel to kind of fit the roundness of the pizza pan so that it would be just kind of, you know, textured and seamless. And then I just added some Mod Podge, and I really liked that the texture of the paper towel was kind of showing through, so I didn't really want to smooth it out. And then wherever there was not a paper towel, I just glued the seam, and you don't even notice that there's even a transition there. So I went all the way around, and then anywhere the paint might come off, you can just repaint it if you want to, or you can let it be distressed. And then I'm just taking some yellows, and I'm creating different shades so that we can create like an ombre kind of finish for our lemon slice. Now I used some wax paper as my stencil, and so I just kind of sketched out what I thought my lemon slice would look like, and honestly it does kind of look like a flower, but we're just going to pretend it's a lemon. And so I traced it onto there, and then I just started painting the inside of it with the different colors. I started with the brightest yellow first, and then I created a lighter shade of yellow and kind of piece that into the little slices of the lemon. So I think it turned out really cute. Honestly, it's, you know, creativity is whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to look exactly like a lemon slice. I mean, let's be honest. It's on a paper towel on a pizza pan. Of course, it's not going to look like a real lemon. So I added these little, you know, details to our lemon slice, just to kind of make it bubbly and fun. And then I did a little yellow ring around the side of the interior of it. Now, I am not really good at using my paint pen, so I just went ahead and used some black paint to trace out the shape of the slice. Now, I always get my paint pens to bleed, and so this kind of felt like it seemed a little more natural, and if it did bleed, it felt like it'd be okay. And then I just added this black and white stripe around the exterior of it. And then, of course, you know, we're going to add a bow. Of course, everything needs a bow. So I'm using my own DIY bow maker. Y'all, I don't make a lot of bows like this with like an easy bow maker, so I just kind of made my own. And so we're just going to do this with 4 loops, so 2 on each side. That's going to kind of be our center. And then I'm taking these greens and we're going to put this on the top and we're going to add some lemons to it. It's going to be absolutely adorable. So you can hang this on your front door. You can hang it inside. You can hang it wherever you like. I'm absolutely in love with the lemon decor. So this was a no-brainer as far as like, I love it on the pizza pan. So just add you a rope hanger or whatever you like to hang it with and find your center on the back. And then I use some E6000 and some hot glue mixed together to hang this. And I think that it turned out really cute. I think that it's simple, it's fun, and it can go outside, it can go inside. But be inspired. And now we're going to get on to our next project. So this one is a mix of like Dollar Tree and some Dollar General stuff. So I'm using some Jenga blocks with my sign that I got from the Dollar Tree. I know that my Jenga blocks did not fit the exact dimensions of this sign, so I just kind of cut the end of it off. And we're going to paint this with a light, kind of distressed coat of white on the surface board. And then on my lemon cutout, it was a chalkboard, and so I wanted to take the word menu off, and I am painting over that chalkboard with some white paint so that we can decoupage our napkin over this. So I really like the brightness of the yellow of that lemon cutout, and I wanted to keep it that way. So you're going to glue all of your Jenga blocks together. I just mix some burnt umber paint with some water, and I use a baby wipe, and I stain all of my Jenga blocks or tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree together. And that kind of makes the process go a little bit faster. And you're going to dry them. And of course, you know, get your napkin ready to decoupage with. And then I left this a little bit distressed with my white paint. So when I put my napkin on, it kind of didn't look so bold. And then added some Mod Podge. I do use some saran wrap and my rolling pin to help smooth out any wrinkles or bubbles when I decoupage with napkins or tissue paper. And then just dry it, sand off your edges, and then start assembling your different sections, because they're not all going to be the same sections, because this is more of a rectangle size. And so glue them onto your board, and then I'm just showing you, I'm going to glue it end to end over here, and you're going to do that on both sides. And then we're going to start placing our lemon cutout. Now I had a couple of different napkins. I ended up going with this one, but you could certainly piece together different ones. I thought this one was a perfect fit. And again, with saran wrap and your Mod Podge and a rolling pin, you can use the iron-on method if you want to, but I just prefer the Mod Podge way. And then once it's dry, sand off the excess, and then you guessed it, we're gonna make a bow. Another bow. So I like to pick up my ribbon from Hobby Lobby, Dollar Tree, pretty much anywhere, sometimes Michael's. And I'm just making a simple bow. And then I'm going to use the napkin from the background to layer on top of the yellow striped bow, this blue bow. And then we're going to use this kind of pom-pom ribbon. We're going to just create a triple layered bow. I thought it would be really fun to just incorporate the different colors. And sometimes we can't always get things that match. And I found this twig at the Dollar Tree, and they have these little woodcut like stick pieces, and so I just took one out of the bag and you can use those on a number of things. And then we just put our little bow there to kind of mask the connection. Now I know that it's not like perfect as far as like the leaves and the placements and things like that, but I think it turned out really, really cute. I was undecided on how many leaves I wanted to add it, so I just wanted to go ahead and add in whatever I thought worked. Then I'm just going to add a stacked popsicle stick type of hanger to the back. I just kind of drop it down and layer it. So this is how it turned out. I hope you love it as much as I do. All right, this is our last project. This one is a Dollar Tree sign that I picked up, and we're gonna just dress this one up in a really creative way. So I struggle sometimes to cover the back inside of these signs, so I thought, you know what, why not just use some computer paper to glue it on the inside and cover up the print instead of painting it. So just a little trick. We are going to Mod Podge a napkin onto this. I love using napkins, if you haven't noticed. I think they're so fun to make home decor with and just craft with. And so I found this napkin, and I love the print of it, and I thought it would be really fun to pair it up with like a lemon napkin. So that's what we did. So just cut it to size, and then you're going to Mod Podge it in. It might not be perfect. You can clean it up if you need to, but I think it was as good as it was going to get. And then I just balled up some saran wrap to help kind of like smooth it out because I couldn't get a rolling pin in there. And then I found this napkin, and it comes in 4 different squares. Like, you can get a lot of projects out of this one. You can make coasters. You can do a number of things. So I'm just going to use 1 square for this. And I think this one was 2-ply, so it was really thin. And then I'm just using some foam board from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to sketch it out. And we're going to use that to kind of raise it up off of the background of our sign. And I did Mod Podge onto this. I didn't paint it white or anything, so I just glued it right on. Got my rolling pin out to smooth it. Dry it really good. And then you can place it however you want to place it. Inside, if you want to twist the patterns depending on whichever lemon, napkin you find, you can choose your placement. And then I thought, why not add like a top and a bottom to make this stand? And so if you don't want to do that, you could just totally leave it the way it was. But I thought, why not create this thick bottom for it to stand on? And then I wanted to kind of match it on the top. I didn't want it to feel heavy at the bottom. So I am going to glue our sign to this. Now I'm adding this popsicle stick to make sure that these don't come apart, because sometimes when you glue these together, they don't want to stick very good. And then I'm just going to paint some white paint on this, give it a distressed look. I think it just turns out really cute. It doesn't really look like Jenga blocks. And then I sanded them down just a little bit to distress them. And then I found this bead necklace at the Dollar Tree in the party section. They were like varsity beads. And that's what I'm embellishing the outside of the frame with. And then I just placed my lemon napkin print on the inside, glued the box to the Jenga blocks that we had distressed and made together. And y'all, I hope you enjoyed this project, all these videos. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video.